So what the heck is going on with electric vehicles, EVs? Are they going to be a thing? Are they going to take over gas vehicles or not? One of the arguments that's often made by proponents of electric vehicles is that this is exactly like the switch over from horse and buggy to electric vehicles. In fact, this is a quote from the Rivian CEO who makes these EV trucks, which are actually pretty nice trucks. They're pretty expensive, but they're nice, who says that people who are buying gas cars right now, it's like building a horse barn in 1910. Makes sense, right? Seems like it's logical. In 1910, when automobiles were coming out in the late teens and 20s, the Model T, for example, if you were putting your eggs in one basket of horse and buggy, maybe you're going to be behind the curve. There's only one problem with this argument. That assumes that EVs are better than gas-powered cars. Right, back in the 1910s or 20s, it was obvious that an automobile, if you really looked at it, was better than a horse. It could go farther, it could be faster, it can carry more people. Right? It had advantages, natural advantages. Now, it took sometimes people a while to realize that, and there was some pushback, like they don't want these metal things on the road or they're dangerous, right? There was pushback. But logically, at the end of the day, somebody who had a car, automobile, somebody had a horse, all things being equal, the person with the car, the automobile, could actually do more than the person with the horse. Is that the same logic? Is that the same thing with EVs versus cars? That's the question. Does it add to life? Does it improve life? Is it more desirable? That's the question. I know you have an opinion about that. Let us know in the comments. On the other hand, there are people who say, look, EV revolution is a done deal. It's going to happen no matter what, and it's going to be prosperity for all. Is that the reality? Right? On the other hand, there are people who say, I can't use an electric vehicle. I drive too far. I need a truck that hauls stuff. Right? If I use my heater in the winter, it's going to burn out the battery. There's still a lot of uncertainty. The fact that people aren't rushing out to buy electric vehicles might kind of be in conflict with this statement. Right? EVs are backing up on new car dealers' lots. Maybe there's something else going on. Maybe they're too expensive. Maybe the word's not out yet. It'll remain to be seen. But if all you're doing is looking at this argument like it's the same as horse and buggy in 1910, well, automobiles were an advantage over horse and buggy. It's still not completely agreed upon whether or not electric vehicles are an improvement on gasoline vehicles. One area where there's a lot of consensus is on EVs. Tesla manager thinks used cars are pivotal for EVs. Right? Used EVs seem like they're going to be an important part. They're priced a lot cheaper. They haven't gone up in price like gasoline cars, so that may be one area that kind of flips the script one way to another.